Hello.
Hey, we are standing in historic downtown Savannah, Georgia, right in front of Berg's Famous Cookies. We're about to go inside the Prohibition Museum.
Hello, this is VoiceOver Harlan, and I wanted to give you a little bit more information throughout the video. So as soon as you walk into the museum, you are transported into the times of Prohibition. From all the little details, you feel like you are in that time period, and it's beautiful.
32 million barrels of beer a year. It doesn't take the...
Look at that, it's really cool.
So throughout the video, I have put pictures, so please pause to read them to see a lot of the propaganda from back in the time period and just more information.
Was born in 1900.
Okay. Go ahead. Hold on, I'll flip it. Okay, so we're talking about how it's interesting that in the same time period, socialism, feminists, and unions were used by both the wets and dries, but it's interesting how at the same time they influenced each other, but it was like this constant cycle of using each other and hating each other and stuff like that.
And it's crazy how it's never about one thing. Like, it's never just about prohibition. You've got all these things going on at one time, but, you know, people like to put the focus on one subject.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it's like, it's not just politics, it's science, it's,
It all influences each other.
yeah, social stuff. I want one of these pins, though.
Right. This is a wall full of pictures of influential people during Prohibition.
Yeah, that's insulting.
So it's this. Look what it was before. Each thing was before. Bud was frozen eggs. You know?
Oh,
Each
wow.
brand.
Coors was milk.
All around soft drink. That's crazy. Cheese.
Pabst.
Blue ribbon malt
PBR.
extract.
Pabst
Syrup.
Blue Ribbon PBR. Brewery in Savannah, Mexico. A photographer captured the event on July 29, 1920. Seated in the front row is Villa. Carl Hagelin, proprietor of the brewery, is far right. They are surrounded by Villa's men, brewery workers, and Villa's traveling mistress. The two parties seem to have reached an accord on beer consumption. 2 wagon loads were donated to Villa and his 300 men, and Hagelin's demand that all empty bottles, more valuable than the beer, be returned.
So we have 2 podcast episodes that came out, and one of them is on interviewing people in the local swamp area of Georgia to ask them what it was like to live and experience moonshining, so definitely check that out. So at the museum, they had a whole room dedicated to moonshining, and it's so interesting to see it in real life. This was very informative to our podcast episode.
What are y'all doing back here? Well, let me tell you what I'm doing back here. Making moonshine. That's right. Carrying on the family tradition. It all started long time ago. My great-grandfather was back here, this very spot with copper steel just like this. Well, times is hard back here. They had to do it. They had to make moonshine to make the ends meet. This is the way of life. This is just a family heritage and tradition. Then Prohibition started. Prohibition says you can't make alcohol, no way. Legal or illegal. All the city saloons closed, all the business, you cannot buy, drink, sell alcohol, nowhere. Well, guess what? That was great for the moonshines. That business is booming here. That took off like crazy. I've been working this field day and night. You see that barrel mash right there? It's about ready to run. I'm gonna put it in that steel right there, get that fire just right. The stump will go to thump. The creek water comes down right there and hits that copper coal, she'll come out of there 120 proof. Well, that's looking good right there, but I tell you what, if you get caught with that 120 proof, you pay a fine. You get caught making that moonshine with that steel right there, you go to jail. I better cut this light.
Look at all these flasks. I am getting dripped on.
It's looking good right there, but I tell you what, if you get caught with that steel right there, you go to jail.
The coast of Savannah, Georgia. The race is on. It looks like our boys are catching up to these slippery bootleggers. But look out! The front runners have a new trick up their sleeve. A slow steering. The Coast Guard boat fires its machine gun to show these outlaws that they mean business. Since the passage of Prohibition, seems like this have become
They have an entire room dedicated to gangs that surfaced during Prohibition, and it's definitely worth seeing. Towards the end of the Prohibition Museum, there is a speakeasy, and it's very cool, so listen up.
Oh, whoops. Gus sent me.
What do you want?
I told you, Gus sent me.
Who sent you?
Gus.
Tell him Gus. Gus.
Gus sent me. Let me in. You gonna let me in or what, bub?
Yeah. All right.
Open up.
Come on.
That's what I thought.
Hurry up. Get in there before somebody sees you.
I'll share. I'll get a sip. There were a couple other things at the end of the museum, however, we just decided to enjoy the rest of it. So here are some images and some goofy photos of us throughout the rest of the trip. We are so thankful to be able to visit places like this to get more information on our podcast. And be sure to listen to our new episode at Tracking the Cross.